There's this thing called the Secret History of the Mongols, which is where a lot of this history comes from. I don't know why it's secret, though. It's like funny that they titled it The Secret History of the Mongols. I think that's the title.
The public secret history of the Mongols.
Well, they're not trying to keep it secret. They're trying to record like their greatness.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of the first recorded uses in history of clickbait. They're like, you won't believe the history of these Mongols.
How
the
much
history
did
of
the
the
horse-
Mongols your doctor doesn't want you to know about. So anyway, Yasugi, as told by the Secret History of the Mongols, the basic story is they're on their way home from somewhere, which is they're nomads. That's kind of their constant state is getting back to that yurt.
You got to get back to the yurt.
Got to get back to the yurt. Are we there yet? That was Ice Cube actually
Stealing from the
adapting
Mongols.
a Mongol story.
It was a tribute.
Yeah. The Secret Trip is what it was called. So they're headed through this town. Yasuge stole his bride, obtained his wife via theft through from this Merkit clan.
Yeah.
The Meerkats.
Yeah.
He stole a meerkat.
The Meerkats. Were they a high school basketball team?
Yeah, and they could not protect
Their wife. Their hole.
Well, her name wasn't Hoop. It was close to that, though.
It was
what was her name?
Holoon.
Holoon? Yeah, they couldn't guard the Holoon. Never went for the rebounds. I don't even know if they tried to come save her.
No, I think wives were kind of just being taken by bigger people.
Yeah, it was kind of like capture the flag.
Yeah,
with brides.
Give me your wives.
And I felt so bad because the story of Holoon was this guy had courted her.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this?
No.
you heard word on the street what happened to Holoon?
You hear about this Holoon bitch? She was getting courted.
You want me to spill the tea?
And then she got stolen.
She blocked him, but he came to her house anyway. And so this guy came and worked and lived in Holoon's village and, got to know the parents and was very nice and respectful, married Holoon. And then Yasuge came through with his roving band of, arrow horse guys, captures Holoon, but before Holoon leaves, I think Holoon tells this husband to go, and then she gives him her shirt.
Yes.
So that he'll always have her smell, because smell was a really sacred thing.
Yeah, they said it was part of their soul.
Yeah.
So she was basically being like, take my soul with you.
Yeah.
You'll always have my soul.
Man, for people who thought smell was associated with the soul, they certainly lived in and drank some stinky stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I also wonder how long he kept that shirt.
Yeah, maybe a week until he's like, all right, it's going to be a rag.
Yeah. This is going to be,
The love shirt has become a horse rag.
Yeah.
I'm going to wipe off the hooves.
I'm going to use her soul to clean this horse. Also, I found out if that...
Use your soul to wipe my hole. I'm so sorry.
It's all I have.
It's all I have.
It's laundry day.
So that's how Yasuge came by his wife. So I think the story is, at least according to the Secret History, which is probably written by the Mongols for the Mongols, is Yasuge was trotting Temujin through the plains to get a Merkit wife, but not to steal one, to actually do it right this time.
Because
to even the score, I think.
He also Temujin, the dad was doing that for Temujin because Temujin was like a shy little sad boy. So he was
he was trying to marry him off.
He was like, let me marry this guy off. I don't really care about this guy.
Let me
go
patch things up with the Merkits. Give him my son.
Give him my girl son.
Yeah,
because
my lady
the dad was like, this kid's too soft.
Yeah, he was scared of birds and shit as a kid.
He wants to marry off his little girl son, but really quick, he also Temujin Genghis Chinggis his dad named him after a great warrior that he killed. And then you're like, I'll bestow upon you the honor of this warrior's
like
name.
A Van Gogh situation.
And then he becomes this little girl son.
Yeah, that's bad. But I think the plan was to marry off Temujin to the Merkits and just smooth over the whole I stole one of your brides thing.
Yeah.
Because it was very gang-like, the tit-for-tattedness of the tribes. If you steal one Merkit bride or kill one Merkit guy by accident in a hunt, that whole tribe is now against you. They're all your enemies. So I think he just wanted to patch things up and cross them off the to-do list.
Yeah.
But they make a little stop at this town, and this girl Borte.
Cool name.
Cool name.
Good.
Right?
Sounds like a future name.
Yeah, a little bit. She came back in time to court Genghis Khan. She starts chatting up Temujin. She's like, "What are you doing here? I stole some kumis, which is what the mare's milk is called. You want to go get a little buzz off this entire gallon of
this hat of kumis?
Maybe this happened. Who knows?
A little hat of kumis.
I mean, in the movie, she's kind of very bold and just goes right up to Temujin, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm looking for a bride," and she's like, "You should pick me."
Wow.
That's what it says in the movie that you refused to watch because it was not in English.
It's 2 hours long.
It was so funny. Charles was like, "I'm not watching this. Or, you're an idiot." I'm like, "You are the idiot
No, you
for
said
refusing
said
to
idiot
watch a
first.
movie."
You said idiot first.
Did I?
I didn't call you name.
I thought you called me an
Nope.
idiot.
Play it back. I recorded it. Every
Okay.
time I call you, I have one phone to talk and one phone to record. So I'll go back into the archives.
That's why you need a job, because
I
you need a
got
work phone.
Phones. One to be a friend and one to be a spy.
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind
Two
for our future
phones.
chit chats.
They ensure that I am always right.
So Temujin is into Borte. He likes
oh
this.
yeah. How could you not like Borte?
No, Borte's
Sounds hot.
she's smooth.
Sounds
She's
like
a
a hot
smooth
kid.
operator. So the town knows that Yusuke is a powerful guy. They want Lil T in their clan,
Yeah.
in their unit. Like they would love for
He's
Temujin
coming
to
from
marry.
his dad is a leader.
So they do the whole presentation of brides, almost as a formality. Temujin participates, right? They line up like 5 young girls. It's like Jeff's
Okay.
Island over there.
Oh, Temujin, you got one rose. Who's gonna go to?
You got one rose. Pick your child bride. Luckily, you're also a child, so I guess it's okay. And Temujin picks Borte. But before this,
I
I
wonder
think
if-
his dad was like, Temujin, this is not where we get the brides. This is like a pit stop. This is where you warm up.
Well,
With
then
the,
why
this is where you chat up the bride, see what works, see what doesn't.
Got it.
Acquire some Riz for the next collection of yurts that we're going to go to.
So his dad was like, they're going to do the presentation of the brides, pretend to be really torn about it, and then we'll let you know in a couple of days. Then we'll go
this
to the
is
next
such a
village
tough
with
decision. I just love all of you so much.
Yeah, I'm going to have to deliberate. And then you go to where the hot child brides are, village over, more confident.
In the middle of this speech, Temujin's like, Borte,
Yeah.
I'm marrying Borte. He's like, the one rule was don't marry any of these women.
yeah. First of all, I feel like Borte is a name that I can hear in the Super Smash Brothers announcer.
Borte.
Borte.
Yeah.
Who do you choose?
This round's winner is.
Her. Borte.
Yeah. He was like, dude, I told you that was my one rule. You can drink as much fermented mare's milk as you want because you're with dad.
You can cuss.
You can cuss. Once.
You can kill a couple of people.
But please, just keep it in your pants.
Yes, you can wear your earrings. No, I like them on you now.
No, it's
Would
cool
you
that you
please-
paint your fingernails. I think it's cool.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
warlike.
Please work with me.
So, yeah, Yusuke's talking to Temujin. He's like, this is what you got to look for, in a bride. He goes, make sure her eyes are narrow. Evil spirits dive into big eyes. She will see things that aren't there, which I think is a hilarious anti-round eye sentiment.
Yeah, that's very funny.
To be like, no. Eyes can be too big.
That's why they don't respect us. So like, these guys are delusional.
Yeah, they're hallucinating.
Yeah.
They're filled with temptation.
No, they see too much.
Yeah.
We only keep our eyes on the prize. That's
Right.
all we see is the prize.
Yeah, I like the narrow eye pride. Yes, evil spirits dive into big eyes.
All right.
It's a good visual.
That is a good one.
Demons diving into round eyes, but then
Mm-hmm.
they try to dive into a Mongol's eyes. They're like, bing, bing,
Yeah.
just bouncing off. Impenetrable.
Like horse blinders.
Are they sleeping? This is crazy.
But they're moving.
How do they know where they're going? The most accurate sleepwalkers we've ever encountered. We'll have to regroup, demons. Retreat
To the west,
to the west.
where the round eyes live. It's a feast you've never seen before.
Let's turn them on to late stage abortion. I don't know,
Yeah,
just-
let them see.
And he gave Borte, his new bride, a wishbone from a white raven and said, "I'll be back in 5 years." The family's psyched. Borte's dad is pretty pleased. Temujin's dad is like, "What the fuck was that?"